So one of the biggest things in the NBA draft on Thursday was Thon Maker being selected 10th by the Milwaukee Bucks. A lot of people thought this was a really bad pick for the Bucks, and it looks a bit nuts because the Bucks could literally go out with a starting team of Middleton, who's 6'9", what's his name? Middleton, Michael Carter-Williams, who's a 6'5" long point guard, Giannis, Thon Maker, and either Greg Monroe or John Henson. Pretty much 5 guys with the size of 3s, 4s, 5s, which is mad, but still, Thon Maker went 10th, and a lot of people expect him to drop very low in the first round or even to the second round. A lot of Spurs and Warriors fans were hoping he was still there, hoping that they had him with the team, and there's a reason for that. Thon Maker could be the best player in this draft. And I know what you're thinking, oh, he went 10th and he shouldn't have gone 10th. Was everyone not all fascinated by this guy 2 years ago? Thon Maker is still that guy. Thon Maker is still the guy who was considered the best player in his high school class. He didn't go to college, so everyone suddenly thought that that was red flags. Maybe it was just because someone convinced him that going straight to the NBA would be better, and he didn't need to go to college. And who knows, it could be. But Thon Maker was considered the best player out of all of these, bar maybe Ben Simmons, only 6-7 months ago before he declared for the NBA draft. Thon Maker has a chance to be something special. He's 7'1", can put the ball on the floor, while his handle is a little bit suspect, and he does turn the ball over a lot from handling errors. The guy is 7'1", and in the clips that you see of him mishandling balls, he's trying to run the floor like a point guard. He's trying to play like a point guard. He's trying to be almost like Giannis. He's already got a better shooting touch than Giannis. He's mobile. He's the most mobile 7-foot player I think I've ever seen. He's quick. He can block shots. He can dunk on people. This guy has the potential to be something special in the NBA. And I know people aren't saying it, but the Bucks could well be the perfect place for him. A lot of people were looking at Giannis when he was drafted. He was drafted 15th by the Bucks in a terrible 2013 draft, and people knew it was a terrible draft. And people still question it, thinking, this guy's too skinny, this guy's not going to be good, whatever. And we see him now. Giannis bulked up. He's a 6. He's not. I know he's listed 6'11", but he's bigger than that. Giannis is about a 7-foot tall point guard. Player who's going to play point guard next year. Giannis is the most fascinating player in the NBA because no one knows how good he can become. No one knows what he can do. He could be the best player in the world. I'm fairly confident he won't, but he could be. Or he could just be a player who's decent. But he's a fascinating player. Thon Maker is like that. He's that type of player. He's a player where, in the right system, could develop into an all-star, a Hall of Famer. But also, he could be poor. He could be very bad. While he has massive bust potential, especially as the 10th pick, who else were they going to take? They're the Bucks. They can take a risk. They're not like a lot of the other teams in the lottery who needed to hit a home run with them picks. The Bucks could take a risk with the 10th pick. Someone like Sabonis wasn't really a risk. A few other players. But they went for a risk. They took Thon Maker. The Bucks already have Carter-Williams, who showed in his rookie year that he is a good point guard. They should have kept Brandon Knight, but that's a different story. They've got Giannis, who, as I just said, could be one of the best players in the NBA. They've got Chris Middleton, who's on nearly max money. Really, really good player. Nice shooter. Can do a job. They've still got Greg Monroe. I assume they're going to trade him. That's what everyone's saying. They're going to trade him. I assume they're going to trade Greg Monroe. But if not, they still have him right now. They've got John Henson, who's a great defender. They're a nice team. The Bucks are a good team. And Thon Maker is a risk. He's a project, possibly, but he's a high risk, high reward type player. He could, especially with the Bucks, what they did with Giannis, they let him free. He was 6'11", 7 foot. They let him free. They let him do what he wanted, and now he could easily start point guard for them. The Bucks may not make the playoffs next year, but with the whole length that they have, who knows? They could shock teams. Every team's going small ball. Bucks are going ultra big ball. They could literally play this guy at the 4. He's more mobile than Porzingis, Dragan Bender, and was Kurt Rambis not talking about playing Porzingis at the 3? So I'll leave it at this. A couple of highlights of Thon Maker's high school basketball career. These videos went viral. These are the reasons why everyone was so hyped up about this guy for so long. And then all of a sudden he decides to bypass college. I don't know the details of that rule. I don't know what the story is with that. But he didn't go to college. That's the end of it. He bypassed college, so everyone thought there was something wrong with him. You can't forget that LeBron went straight from high school. Kevin Garnett went straight from high school. Kobe went straight from high school. Tracy McGrady went straight from high school. These guys all went from high school to the NBA. Just because no one's done it in 10 years doesn't mean that it's not a possible transition. All these one and done players could have gone from high school to the NBA, like Wiggins, Parker, Karl Anthony Towns, and they still probably would be as good as they are now. He probably should have gone to college for a year, but he may not have thought it was the best thing for him. And fuck it, it was his choice. So anyway, I'll leave it at this. While Thon Maker's a project, he has the biggest bust potential in the draft, as he was drafted number 10, drafted very high, but he also has, bar maybe Ben Simmons, the highest ceiling in this draft. He has the potential to be one of the best players in the NBA. He's 7'1", athletic, can shoot, can play a bit of defense, can rebound. He'll get bigger. I don't care what people say. I'm looking at him now. He only looks 19 years old. He'll get bigger naturally. You're not going to be that skinny at 22, 23. So anyway, he's going to get bigger. He's going to get stronger. He's got the speed at that height. He could be an all-star. And even though everyone's talking about them being big losers, if he becomes an all-star, I will bring up this video again. I will show it and I will tell people that I predicted this guy to be something special. So anyway, I am going to start doing more basketball videos as well as the 2K videos, because the basketball ones seem to be received fairly well. And as always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe.